Shalom, 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 shalom. Slovakia. Put on it. For God. Garment. Another wee moment. See how this work. Alright, shalom, shalom. Hopefully the audio is alright. I mean, it's not the best, but until time being, we have to bear with it. Alright, yeah. Alright, birthday Hawa, birthday Shai, birthday Hawa, birthday Shai, call Elohim Bahwa, Alhaina, Yahweh Shem Shai, Bishim Kakodash. And of course, double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, a great millstone, well. Alright, shalom to the apostles, the great millstone. Starting with, of course, the apostle Tahar, and then apostle, of course, Gabar, apostle Racha, elder apostles, that's their proper titles. Apostle, our elder apostle Ramlab, Slaki, if I mispronounce his name, even a shalom, of course, and shalom to the sincere Akim that are here, of course, preaching this truth and sincerity in their hearts, making their, of course, their calling and election sure. And Mishani Amapan is a Mapa, my young God Bolo come back from the Great Millstone Camp, specifically Plaintables by a yard in the city of Philadelphia. I am the mighty Mike. Come on, lesson, little RV lesson. All right, this lesson is a continuation on and the topic of the study, which it says study predicts that 45% of women will be single by 2030. All right, single men are lonely, but single women are empowered. Okay, and like I say, most of that has been given due to feminism and such. Feminism has polluted, the earth, polluted the women, in which they're going about as free vessels to get abroad, and with that has come with major consequences, and it's going to be very, very consequential in the times that's heat, the times in which we're in, but going to be worse. So what I'm going to do is I go into the continuation of the lesson. All right, so first I must establish some of the different precepts which I didn't bring up in the previous lesson. All right, so I believe the one precept may be in the book of believe in the book of was that Jeremiah? Okay, this is Jeremiah 31 and 22, and it says, "How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man." All right, a woman compassing a man. All right, and going around, okay, the man and the rules being switched, in which now the woman, she's empowered, and instead of her being a submissive vessel, she's now a woman that's free to do as she pleases. Or instead of being under the rule of her husband. Okay, most women they don't have husbands, nor do they want husbands. All right, and most of them these days are just promoted to get their career in check, and then once they got the career, their education, then go and pursue a serious relationship. By that time, as it the article went in to it says, and let me see if I can go into it, if it's even in this particular one. Pretty much their childbearing years and begins to diminish. All right, the likelihood of childbearing, you know, uh, after the ages um, being what's that? We're going into 25 to 44. It decreases and such. All right, more complications come up. The child could have different various birth defects and such, which doesn't know, of course, something you want. Of course, it's a judgment of Mashapat, or a judgment from Yahweh Shemal Shai, but these women, they went away from their role as particularly that, being women, which a woman goes into being a female servant. All right, that's what the actual meaning of a woman is, a female servant. All right, it's no just some, you know, just a gender. And that's it. It has a gender has a role, okay, and has certain traits that comes with it. All right, but of course the confusion within Babylon the Great, genders and they can pretty much be as they wish, and even being genderless, asexual, things of that nature. All right. And let me just see if I'm not sure if anybody spoke on the comment board. Nay. So I'm just gonna continue with the lesson. So you got in this article. It says, "Is there a problem with 45% of women being single on an individual level?" No. Uh, see, somebody already said, what's that? Dion Hall said, "Hopefully we're here by 2030." Right? And it'd be actually quite amazing to be able to hear. Hey, it'd be quite amazing to be able to hear by the end of this year, which we're in the end of the year. But even hey, Lord willing, next year, we hasten to the coming of Yahweh Shem Shai. But I know want to even see what a female, I'll say that, what she would look like in 2030. And like, as I've mentioned, I go into these cities, the city center, and you see, these chicks at their best and being, but the chopped off hair, and roll up sleeves with the flannel, and the combat boots on. Who wants to see that? Navy. I don't want to see it. It's no cute. It looks like an ad off of what's that feminism ad. With the chick with the flex zone and such. It's silly and such. Those muscles. They're even operational. For man. Even get a grip of most of these chicks. They'll they'll they're bruised. You know, but yeah. So going on, it says on an individual level, no, which that's a lie. It says, but on a societal level, perhaps. Hey, if you have most of these women being single, so called, but also going into this hookup culture and such, you got loads of diseases that's going to be spread, due to the looseness of the woman, all right, being no, of course, having care of her body, okay, and such, letting, of course, these men dump Zariah Sid in there and Koba, being their Koba being their vaginas. So it says trends like these are symptoms of a bigger issue where social fabric is falling apart. Really, the whole so-called moral fabric has been torn to pieces in Babylon the Great. You know, and hey, the roles are destroyed. It says where the nuclear family used to make up the fabric of society, the separation of sex from commitments and babies has led to a sentiment of selfishness. Yeah, and it's all about me, me, me. With these women, it's no about the family, her choices. She can choose. Uh, you know, it's all about what she wants, right? Or individual happiness have is all about I, right? It says her individual happiness has become the most important thing in each of our lives. To hell with having kids and a husband or wife. They're only good if they make us happy and fulfilled. And you have men that actually will fulfill, uh, the role of a husband, a planter, planting seed, of course, within the woman, and then, that then having a family, a lineage being started, under that man's name. And, the woman's supposed to nurture the child, but loads of the time now it's like you got the woman and she gets with the man, maybe it being just like she's seeing the guys having some bread, some shekels, and seeing them pretty much stunting or something like that. Maybe just had piqued her interest and just had a fling, and then now you got a baby and you know uh, uh, you know years and years to go. You have to grow up, and mostly the woman may of course like the actual man, and then because she doesn't like the man, she'll what go and pursue that under the government, under the system, child support, and pretty much put that man in ruins because then his wages are being garnished, and she's being pretty much supported, which those of these women they of course give money in support of the child loads of the time, and she just spend that money herself. And I seen a video off of Better Bachelor. He's It speaks a bit loads about men going their own way and such. I think he might have covered pretty much this one chick. Reason. It's being exposed, but chicks exposing that they get X amount of baby daddies and how much income that gets them. They can live off of that. Getting the tax bennies and all. At the year per child, getting that, and then of course getting the wages garnished. Yeah, it sucks. And loads of the time, like I say, loads of the time, you got men, and they of course even paying for kids that are supporting kids that's theirs, but they're paying for kids that are children that's of another person's. Okay, and the women, of course, will snare the man into, taking care of that. Because loads of the guys that they actually really, really want and like, they're deadbeats, and they made good, right? They're good for nothing. They're only good for what? You know, uh, Piping them down and leaving them, dumping and dashing. Meanwhile, you got men of a actual decent caliber, and that they mostly would don't look at as the man they want, but the one that really would support her financially, the utility man, as it's deemed as such. All right, but these times which is to come, and hey, these women are going to lose all of these various benefits, and with all the benefits lost and the collapse of society, it will come with change, and the women having to seek the protection of a like man. All right, and that's speaking of you Israelite women. Okay, uh, it's a big grid awakening coming for you. All right, so this is back to Jeremiah. I might have to go somewhere else. I already read the Jeremiah. All right, so anybody got anything on this comment board? I'm gonna go to I believe I was in Proverbs. We did a precept in Proverbs. Chapter 27. Yeah, the precept I actually wanted, but it was the other day. I'm trying to find it. Just bear with me. Yeah, I can't find that one. Yeah, just let's just get directly into it. So I'm gonna keep reading in the article, and I'll bring whatever corresponding precept. So it says, this is the way we feel about interpersonal relationship. If it doesn't make me happy, then I don't want it. Right? That's most of the girls, they're trying to just appease and live for that moment in time, and that is that whole mindset itself is Epicurean in nature. So actually, I'm gonna get, I think the precept maybe in Titus. See if I can get it. It says here. Mm-hmm. All right, this is the book of Titus. First Titus, chapter 5 and 6. And it says, "But she that liveth in pleasure is dead or dead while she liveth." Okay, very, very, very important. Many of these women, as they have compassed the man, all right, going around, of course, the man, and now she doesn't have to even have a man. She can, be supported by the system, and and get these certain careers in which they make a certain dollar amount. Like one of the Akim, he pretty much told me this one, this chick, she got job that she's making. I mean, she's pretty much clearing over $100,000 each year. From two jobs, and that's a loads of money, and that's gonna come with much pride. Okay, because you lift it up with that. If what regular, what man. I know I'm the, of course, in that picture, in that bracket. Um, yeah, Shalom. I'm the one in that bracket where having like that. They call it like six figures and so I'm not even near that. Won't even. Hey, unless the Lord wanted, I would definitely say I'll never be there. Because I'm a pretty simple guy. Even if I did make all that money, that's too much. That's pretty much too much money for me. I'm pretty simple. But no, don't say that to a chick like that. She needs that money. Because she needs the pleasure of the world and such. All right. So it says, yeah, but she that liveth in pleasure is deed while she liveth. All right. And going into pleasure, we have that to live luxuriously, to lead a voluptuous life, to give oneself to pleasure, right? On that wanton, on this, or that unbridled lust. All right. That leads to death, man. Okay. Um, you have it where even like the Edomites, the elite bankers, they live a life of pleasure and wanton, being undisciplined, and they just pretty much use this world as as if like I said, this world is as a shadow. This is as a shadow is that their time, life is but a vapor. You read in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, it tells you of the whole mindset of the really the Esau, Edom, the wicked, generally speaking. Speaking about how pretty much come, well, this is verse 2, or chapter 2 and verse 6. It says, "Come on, therefore, and let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creature like as in youth, and let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointment, and let no flower of spring pass us by." All right, and like I say, this is that whole spirit, the Bacchus spirit, okay, the whole god of wine and pleasure, and you don't want to be in that whole vibration, especially in these times. In the times which is we savage times, like I got pretty much used to. certain things like no having to, you know, eat meat every single day. Loads of the time we always be like, oh man, we gotta eat, like, oh, gotta eat 3 course meals. No, you're gonna have it where most places are not even gonna have, full shelves. The shelves being empty. People invading one another. For the lack of bread, as the scriptures say. You know. So meanwhile, a woman, you know, it would be smart, of course, for her to get in the mindset of suffering or patience, but be in the mindset of being under, of course, the Israelite man of the elect, hopefully elect. All right. It says that the elder women. This is First Timothy chapter 5 and 2. It says the elder women as mothers. All right, and a mom is very, very, very nurturing. All right, so this is you know a good thing, a source of something. Which is supposed to be pretty much a source of nurturing. To be nourished up and such. All right, you elder women, you're supposed to be as mothers. All right, and younger as sisters. Okay, you sis, the other sisters and such. Um, and what you would hear from the elder, you got, supposed to be have elder women that would, be trained up, to help the church and such, to teach youth. But it says with all purity. It says honor widows that are windows indeed. Okay, that's right. Now, this is First Timothy chapter 5 and 9. It says, "Let not a widow be taken into the number of the under 30 and years old, having been the wife of one man." This goes more into a woman. You know, uh, she done did her thing. And pretty much done. She want to give her life unto the ministry and help and assist. You know, but anyway, it says, well reported of her good works. If she have brought up children, if she have lodged strangers, if she have washed the saints' feet, right, good works. She have relieved the afflicted, if she have diligently followed every good work. All right, but that had to have obviously a amount of time, you know, which all these things are done. Okay, but the younger widow refers for when they have begun to wax or increase wanton against Hamashiach, they will marry, having damnation because they have cast off their first faith. It says, and withal they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle but tattlers, also in busy bodies, speaking things they ought which they ought not. It says, I will therefore that the younger woman marry. Right, so younger women should marry. Okay, going on, bear children, guide the house, and give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. Right, for some already turned aside after Satan. Right, and loads of these chicks have already turned aside to Satan. If you got Esau Edom right now talking about how knowing the mind of course, a woman in this modern day times, if the shoe fit, wear it, of course. Doesn't, don't worry about it. If it doesn't make me happy, then I don't want it. Well, she definitely turned aside to Satan. Okay. It says this isn't only about women choosing to be single. All right. Um, and then they got like I think a flip side of things. But you know, this is no something to celebrate. You know, chicks wanting to be single and such. You know, you have Better Bachelor did another video. I don't have it up, but you know, this one chick, she was pretty much done. You know, done got fed up of you know of you know pretty much just being a harlot as a knot. You know, and those type of women are gonna get destroyed. You know, in these times where they just don't want to get right. Okay, they got all type of calamities of ravishing that's going to happen. You know, in the time of Jacob trouble. All right. Um, let me see something. I gotta see if I can get that word ravish. All right. I think that one is in Isaiah the 13th chapter. Isaiah 13:16. And it says, every one that is famished shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children shall also be dashed to pieces before their eyes, and their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Okay? Well, that comes, of course, with the times of heat. Um, let's see, I'm going to get another scripture. I'm going to go to Second Edges. Book of Second Edges. So, you know, women being single, that's not a good thing. Okay? Um, unless if the chick is being reserved for a man of the Lord, you know, of course. But this is the book of Second Edges. It tells you in verse Second Edges chapter 5. It says, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in great number. Right, taken in great number, right? And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Right, land being barren of faith, a lack of faith. You know, scriptures talk about how shall faith be found. You know, yeah, the faith is going to be found through the elect, but you know, first of all, you got women that are feminine by nature. You know, lacking minus you know, effeminine. You know, lacking you know, faith. When yo, the times get more gloomier, you think they really gonna be all charged up before 2030? Yeah, but somebody, the son of, I'm not sure how to, you know, say that, but yeah, yeah, we pray to get out of here before 2030. Hell yeah, I said I'd be bugged out. You know, men, like in the article, it's talking about how men are pretty much are choosing to be damn near just know to really participate in the modern day dating scene. You know, they're going their own way. You know, they know, of course, spending money on dates on chicks. They got the game. They, you know, they're pretty much, you know, bettering themselves. And um, when a chick coming with this game, they ain't playing it. All right. Like I know I'm not playing no games. You know, chicks already know that with me. I'm not playing no games. So, you know, I'm pretty much reserved as a eunuch for Yahweh Shem, for Yahweh Shem Al Shai. You know, hey, I would accept, but the Lord has it where I'm just doing the work and focus. I don't get that much favor when it comes to chicks. Hey, that's just the way the world turns at this time. Because I'm no trying to, of course, sit there and chase some chick, for a shot just to be her utility boy, just to choose it, like just to give her shit, like I said, make her happy for that moment. She don't even care about me, you know. The brother said the water. That's the brother. That's the I believe it's the brother elder. I believe if I'm Slocky, if I got this wrong, if you consider the elder at this time. But I know apostles to say up and coming elder Kazak. But brother can correct me if I'm wrong. But a brother from Kazak or Kazak Allah, if I'm not mistaken, from that'd be the Mississippi Machana, Mississippi camp. Yeah, he's saying the water, of course. Because loads of these different lessons, and especially particularly pertaining on the prophecies of, and you know, uh, women getting order and of course, Mashapayim judgment about are coming, and that actually gets us, happy because or shar, because that's a part of the call or hope, by Lab Noah in our hearts. Because like I said, we really very 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 draw down trodden and such. Yeah, Khan Kazak, yeah, Allah from Mississippi, brother. Yep, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Shalom, Yabba Shima Shabba Shinkaka Lakatha, wa Nakhawamatha, wa bless and comfort you, you know, uh, Kazaki Allah, he helped me so much, don't even know, loads of brothers don't even know, you know, we, other younger Akim and such, we help one another, you elders and younger, but we help one another in the ministry. That's why it's very very important that we preach this gospel, right? Yeah, the wide, of course, Gamlaka, or also to you, Yabashim Shabashim Brakata, and Brakathum to all the other Akim. Let me get this precept real quick too. It says this is a book of the Volume Psalms chapter 111 and in verse 2. And it says here, the works, all right, of Yahweh are great, sought out of all of them that have pleasure therein, right? So the works of the Lord are great, okay? So, it's an actual great thing. These different prophecies, hearing about how, the tokens, the various signs, that are Wathium, which is signs in Hebrew, all right? Hanar, behold, how you the days shall come, yeah, but that they which dwell on earth shall be taken in great number. We look forward to the very women that are very exalted within their hearts to be getting that judgment, man. They get mowed down in the street and we're like, oh, they got Keisha, man. Keisha's lips is literally, they won't come off the ground. It's like, that truck, that truck that, and when they be putting down the asphalt on the ground and they run it over and then you like, yeah, it's smooth and such. It's stuck on like white on rice on that, like Keisha lips. It's stuck to the street. Ain't no saving her no more anymore. She's got all the way gone, right? We look forward to that. Baba Kishah, if you could do if you could do Hebrew videos, you're very good at the Hebrew. Yeah, the water do the spirit. Yeah, I gotta get back to those Hebrew prayers for brothers. Yeah, for sure. I had a living situation. The Lord literally got, yeah. I had to literally fight myself out, but it's really the Lord that brought the fight for me, and God the living situation. So I'm in a new living situation. So, and then like when I moved, the computer which I had, it died, so I'm gonna get a new computer, but I can still dig the different Hebrew videos. I'm just gonna like I'm not sure if this is like lagging that much or nothing, but all I gotta do is just write it out, just like I used to do, and yeah, just do it in this live stream format because I'm having access to the like live stream cast videos, or just being able to have how I used to use with my digital SLR. I haven't been able to do it, and I don't want to make an excuse for it because like I said, the demand is there. The brothers, of course, through the spirit, want and seek the videos, and the Lord gave, of course, that particular and I'll say that Mathatha gift. To me, so I can, of course, help build other brothers in the ministry so they can put these different prayers up, because that's a very, very important thing, for us today is to pray unceasingly and such, and have fervency within it. So yeah, it's a lot of day that for sure. If there's any particular ones that you want, me today, you can mention it. But I'm just gonna just do a slew of them. Just that's it. Just go in the spirit and just start writing. And like loads of the time with I would say these different Hebrew like how I get the Nashimon inspiration today to do them is like I read and sing a psalm or something like that, and like like you'll be listening to some music, and then you'll be like you might hear some music about like woman, but you'll be like you liking on to Sophia or something like that, because you be hearing like I never leave you. That's only this wisdom and Yahweh Shem Shai never forsaken us and such like that. Ain't no chick. You got chicks that said that, had said that to our face. Oh, I never leave you. I'm gonna always be for you, for you. And then they done went off. So, hey, we get these true psalms, and which are true prayers and such utterances from Yahweh Shem Shai, and we pray them, and it has, like I said, there's sometimes like I say things in the Hebrew too. It automatically bring a tear. Like you could, how even trying to actual cry or something, and it'll just, cause you put in that amount of, like I said, the scriptures talk about how, what is it, in a tongue, what's that, in the prologue of Sirach, they talk about how, um, you know, in another language is no, Slocky. I'm butchering a. Let me see. It tells you. Let me see if I can get it. And it tells you that for the same things uttered in the Ibariath in the Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them. Right. And not only these things, but the Torah itself, or the law itself, and the Nabiyayim, or the prophets, and the rest of the books have no small difference when they're spoken in their own language. So when they spoke in their own language, that force and might, like I said, it gets you on a level. Like for me, it's like, thinking about like the best music, being played or something like that. Like, like I don't know, brothers may have been and seen different performers and have, you when you at that live show and the performers singing and they really in the vibe and stuff like that, they really hitting it. Well, when we really praying these psalms, these psalms and such, with the force and the might, the prayers really hitting it, and the Lord is hearing it. Which, like I said, even in my walk, I'm gonna get this other prayer too. Um, the Lord been uttering and screaming for me to even say these, to get back onto that. I think it was Psalms 145 and 10 or something. It's like when I be going to work, it's on this one church that's right there, and it's like I said, man's going to the Lord, so it's for me to see it. It tells you, hey, hey, man, it's a let me see, is it? It tells you that, where is it? The Lord, yeah, that's verse 18. Yahweh is nigh unto them, all of them that call upon Him, to all of them that call upon Him in truth, right, by a mouth in truth. The Quran, which goes into to summon. All right, when you call on the Lord, you summon in Him. All right, you the spirit, you summoning Yahweh Shai, the word. Okay, and he drawing nigh, and he hearing the various petitions of his saints and such. All right, so we loads of the time will be like me, like, man, I ain't getting this. Like sometimes you might be like, man, why the Lord ain't giving me this? Well, hey, it may not be that season for it. We gonna get of course the women. We gonna get of course this them being in subjection. They gonna follow. Our people are like, we may have family members that we wish that would pretty much get in line and such, but they may at this time, but they gonna get. I be having like conversations as of recently with my mom and such, and I guess because of the whole Kyrie Irving and all of that, and all of that, the Kanye and stuff. She seemed like more receptive to things I'm saying and such. Maybe she may see that I'm anointed. Because loads of, like I say, like a prophet is no, basically, like what I say, no, in his own country, brothers know the one precept I'm talking about. You know, yeah, but things gonna change and be, it's gonna work out in our favor. Yaharatazah would be the Habakari of the election. Shall Yashah, the chosen, handpicked, selected. All right. So yeah, the Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him. And it says to all of them that call upon him in truth. He will fulfill the desire of them that fear him. Right. And we got desires, right? We got these different wantons, that we bequash or, seek. All right, or desire. I wanna have a actual whole family in unity. Okay, I want to see the Achim all come together. Like, loads of the times, especially for us, we want to, on Hanukkah, we want to all be all together. Imagine the whole great millstone all together on a particular high holy day or something like that. That's what we want to see because, loads of the time when we all together, we be like, man, we wish it'd be like the best vacation ever, the best rest, you know? And that's because we with Yahweh Bashem Shah. Like it say 414 just now, it had 4 viewers and then one 4, which is 14, yeah, 144. Yeah, the elected ye all together, right? Speaking in the same mind as such. All right. So I'm gonna go back. Psalms 111 and 2. It says the works of Yahweh are great, right? Sought of all of them that have pleasure therein, right? His works is honorable and glorious, right? So it's no, like something that is of a lesser value or something like that. It's honorable, it's magnificent, it's glorious, or halal, or wonderful. In his righteousness, all right, endureth forever. He hath made his wonderful works to be remembered, right? He made different wonderful works to be remembered, all right? And us as men being downtrodden for all of the years and such, it's gonna come a time when women gonna see what it is to be a man. Just like how it tells us to what remember thyself. It says, "Show thyself as men, bring it back to mind, ye transgressors." In Isaiah chapter 46. All right, it tells you that. It's gonna come a great remembrance. Us being a work of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, the Bunyam Shal Yasha'Allah, the sons of God. All right, to be of that image of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and our women ought to, of course, hold us in that reverence as the sons of God. All right, in the place, like I say, where we've been, be a no people and such. It's going to be said that we are a people. We are Yasha'Allah, and also it's going to be where, as it tells you what, and I think in that jump. Yeah, in that Psalms 110, it tells you, or even what is it? I'm thinking about the Micah 7 and 10 that tells you that. Let me see if I can get that real quick. It tells you that. Let me see if I can get it. Micah 7 and 10. It says that And she that is my enemy shall see it, right? And shame shall cover her which said unto me, whereas Yahweh thy God, mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the street, right? Because she didn't have no faith in us. Like loads of times, like you have women that said they believe in you, and then they done lost the belief in you because you followed the truth. You made a decision, and decision is to follow Yahweh Shem Shai, but because it's no worldly, hey, I don't want to be with you no more, or something like that. Loads of, like I said, loads of us brothers feel like that. Have went through that. Like, where, you know, um, our women don't believe in us or something like that. And it's like, hey, in the time of Yaakov Chazarah, if you don't believe in us as a guide, you're gonna be destroyed. Okay, simple as that. The Lord is damn with us. The Lord is our light. That's enlightening our path and our way and such. Illuminating the darkness, the fashak, the obscurity and such. All right, he's a lamp, a niyar, a nar, a nigar, yeah, a nar, I believe it is. All right, a nagayar, I believe. You know, and we can see. We have the knowledge. All right, and it's no like it's a new thing in the earth. You have it where women now they think that they know what everything. Oh, I know what's for it. Oh, I think that no, don't think. It's not what you think. It's not what you see. We got the sight. We got the vision. All right, the prophecies. All right, it tells you in verse 5, trust not ye in a friend and put not your confidence or your faith in a guide. Keep the loth or the doors of thy mouth or paka, right, from her that lieth in thy bosom. Okay? So if you even supposed to be in reserve with the things that you speak and tell to your women, what more is it even when you guiding her? Like knowing how fickle she is, you know? We have to be sure ourselves as men. Okay? Slakia, I'm no sure. I believe reconnected. And so Slakia. And the last thing I was saying was going into, basically a woman having to have confidence in her man, especially in these times coming. This is verse 8. Knowing she got have confidence and she gonna have to have the confidence, the faith in her man, because if not, she's gonna die. She gonna go like and wander into oblivion like that chick in the road, who just couldn't see the vision, okay, and didn't have the faith, didn't have that the fire wasn't lit in her heart, okay, as it was in that man to continue to go, okay, which we represent that man in the road who kept going, all right, and then his son, he kept going, okay, it had to be a man and such, all right. So I hope all is well with this stream. Continuing on to the best I can. All right, kind of go in the spirit. Yeah. All right. Oh, the water. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh, because the other brother, because Allah said to go in the spirit. Lord will. Yeah, will they? Got to be guided in the spirit. All right. So it says, rejoice not against me, O mine enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. Which this is even this. I got this in the Hebrew. I did this in the Hebrew before too. It's real good. The saying utter. I'll bring it back up because I done moved to this new spot. I think all my Hebrew prayers are like they're in one of my bins. I have to get them out there. But yeah, so rejoice. All right, don't be glad, not against me. When mine enemy, when I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. And I keep going into it like in Isaiah the 29th chapter, how um, it says in that day in 29:18, in that day shall the deaf ears hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. And hey, we were blind at a point, and now we're seeing. Do Yahweh Shai. Okay, it says, and the meek shall also increase their joy in Yahweh, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one, Esau, is brought to naught, and the scorner is condemned, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. Right? It's going to be great, man. To see these prophecies, they concerning us, concerning our people, concerning how shy and the wicked, be fulfilled, to come to pass, to be the mum, or to be completed. We look forward to that, which we're in the end days and such. When the Lord is going to bring forth that judgment, that vengeance for the injuries and wrong that He's done into the children of Israel, starting with, of course, His elect, man. All right, Yahweh Shai coming to do some damage. All right. So it says, and back, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against Him until He plead my cause, right? And that's a season, right? And execute judgment for me. And He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold His righteousness. So that's a good one. I'm going to maybe how righteous I do sin is 7 and 9. About bearing the indignation of Yahweh, the righteous anger of Yahweh, as I've sinned against Him, until He plead my cause and execute judgment for me, and He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold His righteousness. All right. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which have said unto me, where's the Lord Yahweh thy God? Where is He at? Like I say, just because things ain't shut down completely, and the chip ain't like mandated as being mandatory, doesn't mean that it's no coming. It's coming, all right, and it's here. Like I said, I just did a transaction in the skate shop. The guy, I make them do it for me. With the car, with the RFID, I make them like put it on there, because like I say, what they're conditioning you to do is it's gonna be like, it's like that by Yod in your arm. If you accept it, we of course are the hopeful elect. We're not gonna accept it. We're gonna be as them Yahweh Ratzazah, the mum, and the rest of the I believe it may be about I want to say 7 that didn't eat the swine's flesh or something like that, and they got their skin, like, they got pretty much mangled and such, but they contend and strive for the faith, and they strive for the truth unto death, and they have valor and braveness and courage. All right, that's every weekend a day, and I'm gonna do a lesson on that too, man, because that's something to the spirit. But yeah, man, it's go back, because there's something I want to go into. So I was reading in Psalms 111, talking about the works of the Lord and such. He hath made His wonderful works to be remembered. And remember, starting out with us first as men, we are to Zion, all right? And women, the women that have chosen to be single, they're going to choose to be, as Isaiah 4 and 1 tells you, which I'll just get into it. Isaiah 4 and 1 gonna happen because obviously you're gonna have a flip side, that the left hand side of the Lord is gonna show, He's gonna bring that raw Esau, that Syrian, to bring forth judgment, and it's gonna put fear in these chicks, It's gonna put fear in them, and they're gonna want to be there with the power. Like the brother had made it a point to show me Hayaba. It's the brother from the younger brother in the camp here in Philly, and he had made it a point. He said I had very much had to watch the movie. It's called Black Adam, and that dude was zapping people. He was lifting them up, making them fly, taking them places, dropping them and stuff. He had all this power and such. Wait till we get all that power. You know, people gonna be like, "Whoa!" That rage. They was that rage. You know, control rage, control spiritual power. Isaiah 4:1. It says, "And in that day, just Jacob trouble we talking about. Jacob trouble is the times in which you're heading to. All right, we talk about that in the book of Jeremiah about a time of Jacob trouble, which y'all runs as I get. Said loads of these scriptures gotta go be covered over and over. All right, so you can know. And it says Acts Isaiah. I mean Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 30:6. It says, "Ask now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness." It's going to be a great fear here and such. If men going to be afraid, how do you think women going to be? All right, when you see a man afraid, like most of the time when I see men afraid. Um, like some of the time I see men afraid is like if they get completely dominated and they can't do nothing. I've seen that with Brazilian jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. That's no Men don't want to be in that position at all. They look like I said, they'll just try to bail it. They'll be like, man, I don't want to even roll no anymore. I've seen that, and like it's like the mighty men. They don't like men that are soldiers and such, and police, have these different positions in which they're supposed to have coverage. They don't want to be, pretty much humble and such, and there's going to be a loads of them humbling. So, the mighty men, talk about in the scriptures how the mighty men, and this is one of the precepts talk about or quiet, so that Amar say about how these men are going to be as women and such. All right, right. All faces are turned into paleness and such, as a woman in travail. But this is verse 7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, and so none is like it. It is even the time of Yaquab Tazarah, or Jacob trouble." Yaquab being Jacob, all right? Tazarah's trouble or distress. But he shall be saved out of it. And Bakayari, the election of the nation of Israel, the 2/3 going to be cut off here and die in America. Well, loads of these niggas that's just, they bad, you know? Beasts, Brits, unlearned, you know? The learning is coming here. They want to follow. So, hey, they want to be obedient, the Lord will have you die the death of the uncircumcised. Okay? So, back to Isaiah 4:1. In that day, time of Jacob trouble, right? 7 women are complete men and women shall take hold of one man. And like that Ak from Mississippi, Zakia Allah's name is means basically going to might. I believe when you go into this particular word, when they say take hold, it's laquak bahabarth in the Hebrew, which I'll just go into it just right now to go over it. We was going into it, we did in past lessons and such. That's not going to be a regular hold. All right, these women, like the apostles will talk about, you're gonna have to be literally, you might have to arm drag a chick off of you or something. You arm dragging a chick off you, arm dragging just like a jiu-jitsu wrestling technique or something like that, come under, yeah. But, get out of the way and such, You might duck under and get out there, Might have to hip toss a chick off you, man. That's how it's going to be. Because when they say to, To take hold, yeah, that's kazak. All right, kazak, which means to strengthen, to prevail, harden. All right, to press upon. Okay, be rigid. Right, you telling her no, you can't be with me. She, no, you gotta have me. You ever see a chick like I said, a chick when a chick really wants you, she'll really clamp on you. You know what I mean? To make bold. They even say to make severe. Okay, encourage, be grievous. You like, man, chick, what the, because even in the time of Jacob trouble, like, we gonna be as men of the Lord, we gonna be very, very prudent, in the fact and the decision of, oh, who's going with me. Hey, if they with me, they gotta be in order because, like I say, it's gonna be, um, troublesome or harsh and severe times. So gonna want just some any old chick just because she one of them 45% of women that would uh, change your mind of it being single. Just gonna want any old light woman with you and such. You gonna want it. She gonna have to be elect. You know, you're gonna have to discern that. The Lord gave us the power of discerning. These. All these spirits and such. So yeah. Hey, I don't want no burden. So it says to hold strongly with. And I think when you go into it, also it says in the to tie fast, to bind bond strongly. Like she gonna be like she gonna be like a damn like say this heat band where it tight and all the way tight and it's locked up and stuff. It's like damn, it ain't coming off. All right, it's like not right to hold fast, to stick fast. It says to persist in anything, right? These women of the elect gonna be persistent. All right, strengthen. Also, it says bind, tying, grinding. Okay. Um. We are stronger. Let me see what else they got. Yeah, adhesion. If like you bond something together, like with adhesive. That's how these chicks are gonna be. These 7 women, complete women. The Lord gonna put the spirit on our being already done had the spirit within them, but he gonna put the spirit at a particular time to, hey, it's you, it's you, it's you. I see you as a man of the Lord, just as in, in times past when I think that was what was it Elijah multiplied the oil and then or even lifted. He might have raised. I think he might have raised that the child of that widow, maybe. Um, if I'm not mistaken, I gotta go back into the story. I think after he did the miracle, she was just like, yeah, basically you're a man of the Lord. You know, the chicks, like I said, they're gonna see the power. That people gonna be willing in the day of that power. They're gonna give that voluntary sacrifice. You know, free give, free live, free giving, or yeah, free giving. Slacky word. Um, for to follow, all right, us. But it says in that day shall 7 women take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. They're gonna go back to being traditionalists, followers, submissive. Okay, no, this woman talking about, oh, if it doesn't make me happy, I don't want it. That's stupid. You got women that actually literally said, I was even told, um, I don't want nobody. I'm choosing to be alone. What kind of stupid? That is stupid. Dang is that? First of all, you shouldn't even be choosing to be with another man anyway. It shouldn't be no other choice. I'm the only choice. I'm the only way. There's no comparison. You know, chick done got the options where she's trying to make some other dude work. This shouldn't be like that. Like just having my look on my face, the look on my face is like disgusted. You know, you should be, as a chick, you should be disgusted for even thinking that you can make some other did anything. Like, there's no comparison to it of a hopefully elect or actual elect that's going to be more made more precious than fine gold. Just some nigga that playing video games and I don't know, smoking weed or something like that. Dude gonna get destroyed. I don't care if he got millions of dollars in playing basketball. He ain't nothing compared to hopefully elect. All right, if he got the best beats as Kanye West and bars and stuff, and he got the masculine, he tall. That's nothing in comparison to the hopefully elect. It's gonna be made more precious than fine gold, even more than that golden wedge of Ophir, the finest refined gold. All right, Khan. You know that Ophir gold that King Solomon would have what to get different what Hamites to come over, just to bring it over to the east. Man made more precious or Yaqar treasured than that. That's heavy, kabod. All right. It says, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach, the shame. Okay. The shame, the reproach is the harapah, which goes into the scorn. The condition of shame and disgrace is going to be much great shame and disgrace of the sins that we committed. In the times of Jacob trouble, when all hell break loose, most people they reflect on all that's they've done because there's death that's surrounding us. We in the land of the valley of the shadow of death anyway. Where death is around, transitory, all about. So what more in time of Jacob trouble with death be everywhere, bodies scattered across the streets, wild beasts going about, ripping people to shreds, apparitions flying about, terrifying you like the movie what's that like it's gonna be worse than the movie, but the movie Bird Box and all of that, worse than the most horror movie you've watched. It's gonna be sounds unlike what you ever heard. It's gonna be crazy. You know, so yeah. They talk about also that it says this is second Edges chapter 5 and 2. It says, "But iniquity shall be increased above that which thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago." All right, in the land that thou seest now to have root, shall thou see wasted suddenly. The Lord will destroy Babylon. All right, and the destruction in place and such. Okay, and the times when it's saying in verse 6 that it says that in verse 20, I'll start at second Ezra 6 and 20. It says, actually, I'm gonna start even verse 19, and we'll begin to make inquisition or search of them what they had that had hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, in their affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. And when the world that thou, it's like that shall begin to vanish away, shall be finished, then will I show these tokens, these signs, and the books of the Saparium shall be opened before the firmament, and you see it through the trip being put out in the internet and such, going in your crib, and it's all over the place, through the Great Awakening, you know, thanks to the Lord having the internet, having the apostles preach and the videos go out, and us brothers do the same, following to their footsteps and such, as disciples. Okay, it says, and they shall see all together. It says the children of a year. Oh, it's like yeah, that's it. That's a good one, but I'm gonna keep going. It's just verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. These warehouses and such. They're gonna seem like they're unsown and such. Your treasury, your Watzazar in the Hebrew. which is just your treasury, armory, where all the food is stored. That's your grocery stores. They're just nothing but warehouses and such, storing food. All right. Distribution centers. When you go in the damn grocery store, they distribute the food. You take it in your car or your bag or your wee little cart, and you take it to your house, and you put it in your fridge or you put it in your cabinet, right? Well, those places gonna suddenly, right? All of a sudden, right? At a moment's notice, bang, appear unsown, and the full houses shall be found empty. Okay, woman that's gonna be single and no and she going to these places where men are gonna be guarding food, and hey, they gonna be like, oh, let me catch a chick. They're trying to come get some food. She fresh meat. All right, we can sell that chick for money. You can use her as a trap or a snare to get other men. You know, you're gonna want to be with a man of the Lord. Okay, that protection, that hating place from the wind of destruction. Okay, it says, and the trumpet shall give the sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein, and the springs and the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. It's gonna be, different, and um, waters being shut off, whether it's manipulated by E, or obviously the Lord bring forth catastrophe where there's no water, running water in the house and such, or wherever, pipes and such. That's going to make a woman no want to be alone. If she don't got no water, she gonna look for with a man that got the water. We got the complete water because we got the bellies that shall flow. The everlasting Lord, the real well. We got that to Yahweh Shai. All right. But if you're gonna have friends fighting other like enemies, that's gonna be heavy. Okay. Um, Let me see. I'm gonna go and see if I can find the other scripture where it talk about how it says it again, and it repeated it again in verse 31 and 13. One shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, one realm against another. Right? Um, Going to how it says, I think in the 16th chapter, about how see, this is verse 33. The virgins uh, shall mourn having no bridegrooms. Yeah, they don't have no groom. The women of marriageable age have no bridegrooms, right? They're gonna be mourning, you know. And a woman wants a man. The woman shall mourn having no husbands. Okay, heavy. Because if you don't have no husband, where's your protection gonna be at? It says, their daughter shall mourn having no helpers. Okay, in the wars shall remember, you sisters, the daughters, they supposed to help, their sisters. We went into that, you know. So, you're gonna want that. And the wars, but you're gonna have different various wars. We're talking about one people against another, and men under for come and invading one another for the lack of bread and such. You're gonna have these different malchama, all right, which is going to wars or battles. Malchama, yum, all right. And the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed. And you're gonna have different women that got men, and their men gonna get put to death in them times and such. Right? They done put their stupid ass face in some dumbass nigga. They gonna get destroyed. And then that's what's gonna free up. Because you got some sisters that may be linked up to it with a reprobate. But of course they gotta, you can't, free yourself from that man. You know, um, you still under his law and such. You know, you make it work. But you're gonna have it where it's gonna be a lot of judgment gonna go down. So it's gonna make it where if a woman of the elect supposed to get with a man that's elect, she gonna get paired with him for her salvation and such, sanctified under him. And their husband shall perish of famine. You got men that's gonna starve. They're gonna starve to death. The Lord ain't gonna have mercy on them where they can get fed. All right, they're gonna fucking starve. You know. And you got niggas that need to fucking starve too, cause they eating too much. I'm just gonna say it too much. They eating too much, man. Jake, like I say, I see how Jake in these different soul food restaurants and such all pile up there every day waiting in line. You go in there. I'm just this little wee, Mike, little, Jake going in there. I might just want to try something. I can't because you got all these hungry ass Jake in there, that's gluttonous. They won't even they already put in their order, but they don't even want to see you order. They won't even move up the line. They might want to say something. Hey, I wanna put some iced tea on there. Iced tea, you already got like a damn whole half gallon or something already. What the hell? So yeah, like I said, the place is done wax cold and it's shite. And the Lord gonna bring obviously, like it says, behold the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. The Lord gonna bring forth, cut the slackness, and bring forth the prophecy. So with that, hopefully you're edified by the lesson, through the Spirit. Dawn to dust, Instacart shopper, that will change that. That's the doing. Instagram shopper, change that name. Like I say, if you don't got a Hebrew name, request a Hebrew name through the Spirit, or go on Blue Letter if you don't, know to understand the Lashwan. Ask a brother to get a Hebrew name because the one that does Instagram shopper, that's a strange like title for a page. But don't take too much offense to it. I'm just being stammering lips and such, suggested. But so hopefully, like I said, this lesson was edifying, like a spirit and put on me to stay up. Did this lesson. I'll put out some more lessons, brother. Put out some more prayers in the spirit. LOL. Yeah. Do you have a Hebrew name? That's the question. What's the Hebrew? You got a Hebrew name or no? So depends on your spirit. I shop all day. He said he shopped dawn to dusk. That's self-explanatory. If you saying you dawn to dusk, you shopping, getting the shopping, then it's what I did in my captivity for E. Right, but yeah, you're doing it under E, but you supporting yourself, you know, um, we call you labor. Yeah, I'm about to give. If you want a Hebrew name, I call you labor. Be the spirit. There's a precept that instantly came to my heat. They talk about. I don't know if I got the. Oh, I got it right here. They talk about how man basically labor for his mouth. Let me see if I can find it in the spirit. Or let me see. Let me see if I can get this Hebrew name. I got Ibari Hashem. All right. See if I can find this one. I want to get honeycomb in Hebrew too one of these days. Let me see if the brother says something real quick. Dinner. But see, I'm gonna get some. Yo, I'm gonna get some heavy. Yeah, I'm gonna get some. This is. Where is it? Like man's. Just saying. Yeah. No. Yeah, that's six. Ecclesiastes 6:7. All labor of man is for his mouth, and yet his appetite is not filled. All right. So let me get this. Yeah, appetite is a good thing too, man. Let me see some. Cause I've been finding some good Hebrew names too through the spirit. What it calls dad was named like my name, Shemya. My name is Mafba. Is just a Mafia. It's just tripping to two. But Jonah or Joanna was name his dad's name was Amathia. Yeah, which is my truth basically. My truth. All right. So all labor of man is for his mouth, and yet the appetite is not filled. And this is like the brother had said he got this dust till dawn. It's a cramp sharper. Imal is labor, which is toil when you go into the Hebrew, right? Imal, right? Brothers should be acquainted with that. Trouble, toil, okay? Because when you work, like I said, it's like it's like trouble. It's wearisome. It's tiring. All right. Appetite, napash goes into appetite is like napash's soul. Appetite, your soul is not filled. Which your soul is your desire, your passion, right? Breathing substance, all right? All labor, it says, call Imal ha Adam. It says, call all Imal, which is toil, right? Ha Adam is man, right? Of man. La Payahwa, which is two or four. Pa Ya is going to what Paya wa is his or mouth his, right? Wa gum and also ha napash solar appetite la is not, and you have ha mala ha mala mala ha is the or that or basically mala is going to satisfy, like satisfy or full, right? Like shabai, just in the spirit, right? Or abundance to be filled. All right. So I don't know if you want. I just done name like a bunch of different Hebrew. I just went through a whole Hebrew right there through the spirit. Imal could be labor. Imal, you know. But I don't know. It's all in the spirit, you know. Yeah. Put the name and its meaning in the chat. Um, well, it depends if you want it, if you don't mind. Like, so I'm not sure to the spirit if I maul, which is labor, as you talk about, like, I mean, if a person is talking about this is doing Instagram, Instacart shopper, but you basically go and seeking, basically a damn, when you're on Instacart, you're pretty much you then, like, you just like you seek and you get, and then you go and deliver, you know? So, Bakwash could be a good name too, seek. Shopper is like get. Get is like it could be like thun get. You know, you got Jonathan, Yahweh Nathan, but yeah, I don't know. I just saw it's just in the spirit. I'm trying to think in the spirit, man. I think you should. Yeah, it's Malah. That'd be a good name. Satisfied, Malah, or filled, meaning to be accomplished or ended. Also means to fulfill, complete, to master themselves against, overflow, right? Presume, set. So I could show you Malah. I think that'd be a good name for you, Malah. Let me see if I can write it down. Let me see. Hold up. Can I do it? I'll do this on this. Slack, yeah, I can. I didn't know where to write it down. Damn. Fuck. Hold up. Oh, man, I don't know how to write it down. Let me see. I'm supposed to be able to just write something down. I'm not sure. All right, but basically, look, I'm gonna show you. It's Ma is L-A, Malah. You can just, yeah, Malah, Malah, Malah. That's transliterated. Malah. The Hebrew characters behind in the Syrian is a ma character, a la character, and a ah character by birth. In the Hebrew, properly pronounced in the Lashon Kodash, the holy tongue, the pure tongue. All right. So Malah. If anybody want Hebrew names, they seeking Hebrew names and such. You know, I have no problem through the Spirit discerning and you know, giving it out through the Spirit. You know, because the brother was talking about prayers. I also do like to um, you know, give uh, Hebrew names out too. You know, Aqua be getting them too. You know, but yeah, go fulfilled. That'd be a good name, man. Malah. Therefore, that's like one of my favorite words to say too. Sometimes, like I'll be like, "In Malah," after a meal or a car, uh, I a call, I ate or consume my food or a call. You know, again, I'll say, you know, Amar in Malah, which is I'm full or satisfied. Which I believe when you go into manners and customs, I believe it's talk about how like maybe after some of our meals as Hebrew custom we would, you know, basically giving thanks and stuff like that. Again, you know, you'll give thanks and give for your food, blessing it and stuff. But you know, you'll be thankful, Lord, you done gave me this food. It was great, man. You know, I'm satisfied. You know, so you know, belly full, but time is belly in the Hebrew. You know, but yeah, man, there's a lot. You know, so a lot of good Hebrew names and stuff like that, man. And I have filled him with the spirit of power, filled Malah, right? Yeah, man. So that's the lesson. Birthday Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Kakadash. Bless you, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Kakadash. All right, birthday Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Kakadash. Halal Yah, wa halal Yahushai. Praise Yahweh. All right, halal Yah, like y'all say hallelujah. Halal Yah is how you say hallelujah in Hebrew. Halal Yah, praise Yahweh. Wa is in halal Yahweh Shai is praise Yahweh Shai. Remember, we give praises to Yahweh Shai. The wada ak wa barakathum or barakathum. Yeah, barakathum is bless you, meaning plural to everyone. Barakatha is to, you know, me singular. You know, the water, you know, hopefully you got it. Like you got it, right? Malah, which is written again, the Mala, right? I might already have it. I'm not sure if I got in my like Hebrew. I got like this wee booklet and it got like Hebrew in it. Let me see if I may definitely have that word. It's like it's one of my words. But Malah, Malah, and yeah, Malah. I am full. or just Malah. Your name is full. Yeah, satisfy her. That's what it is. That's a good Hebrew name, man. Other thing, I was gonna look for basket if you want to be called something like a basket, man. The basket, bread, lacham basket, man, bread basket, It's on you the spirit, man. We got some cool names in the spirit, Bread deliverer, man. Let me see, Malah. Do I got it in here? Like, Maya, the singer, her name is a Hebrew name. If she don't know, Maya means who? Yeah. All right. Yeah, there it is. Let me see. Hold up. Damn, Slack it. Let me see if I can find it. So where it is right here where I'm pointing. Ma, la, and a Salakia, and it reads, as I said, to be full, to be accomplished, satisfied, to be ended. All right. You can also, yeah, Malah. That's right. Khan. Add. I got in my notes. Wath. Add wath. I think that make it plural. To be like fullness. And you go to like Job 20 and 22. That's what I got from my notes. Let me see if I already got it here. In the fullness of his sufficiency, that's Esau, he shall be in straits. Every man in the wicked shall come upon him. Imal is in that word for wicked. I mean, being the laborers and toilers. But I think you should pick being malaz, being satisfied um, as your Hebrew name. So through the Spirit, you can change it from Instagram, Instacart, Instacart, basically Instacart shopper to Malah. That'd be great. So hopefully I see you on another comment board. If you learning from the lessons, consider a blessing from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Kayah, which is for uh, Noah Thun, which is given. Tha is you. Abariath, or Shem Abariath, which is the name Hebrew. All right. Call Lord Yahweh Shem Shah Shem Kadash Barakatah. Yahweh Shem Shah Shem Kadash. All praise to Yahweh Shem Shah Shem Kadash. The last apostle, that was a great millstone. Peace out, chasing the elect. Shalom, shalom. Abad the ball as well. BTB, that's the Babylon. That's the brother got that quote. We made it up. Shalom.